Yay!
We're live.
We're back. We haven't been able to do a live stream in a long time. Holy moly. There's already 3 people here.
Awesome. Hello, everyone.
If you couldn't tell by these power outlets, we are not in the Scamp. Can you guys hear us okay? Let us know if not. There's something growling outside.
Oh, there's another dog. It's a pit.
Oh, that's Penny. Is she old?
Uh-huh.
Yep. Cool. What's up, everybody?
Loud and clear.
Dang, there's a lot of you.
We're picking up steam.
Dang! So, where do we start?
The story of today, maybe, to begin?
Where were we earlier? We were just outside of Yellowstone, West Yellowstone.
Should we say the lake?
99
cents. Thank you, Denise.
Thanks, Denise.
Getting me kick-started. Love it.
Yeah, we camped at a lake this last week, and oh man, it was hard to even go outside with all the bugs.
Mosquitoes.
And biting flies. I haven't really experienced a whole lot of that yet. We're pretty lucky with our bugs that we encounter because usually we're at altitude, so the bug problem isn't all that severe for us, but it was here because we were on a lake.
Yeah, but the lake was gorgeous. It was super nice, but it was brutal to be next to a lake without a boat. But
hopefully we will have a couple boats to show you very, very soon. We'll show you more about that later. Sam Tiny House. Boy, $25. Thank you. Camp treats and Scamp fixes.
Aww.
I'm sorry it's not much, but I love you guys.
Whatever.
Oh my gosh. That would have bought our Chipotle lunch today.
And then some.
Thank you. Miss Mary Lou. Hey, Miss Mary Lou is our moderator every time. Miss Mary Lou, obviously here on YouTube is Miss Mary Lou, Instagram. She is the cutest. She has a podcast called Positivity Tea the Drink. Go check her out. She's amazing. Thank you, Miss Mary Lou. You always are the best.
She's an excellent moderator as well.
She is. About what time did we leave this morning? Oh, we're in Bozeman, Montana, by the way.
Yeah.
We're at an Airbnb. I guess we'll continue telling that story as to why.
Hashtag luxury life.
Left this morning. We came here because it was up in the air whether or not we would be shooting some photos for a friend's sister's wedding. And there's not a whole lot of camping up here.
Well, there is. It's just pretty far outside of town. And we didn't have any signal in any of the spots, and we really wanted a live stream.
Yeah, we haven't been able to get on here.
So we drove around for a few hours, scouting out the different campsites, and then we started heading north because we are going to go fly fishing with a guy, Andrew, that we met on Instagram. So that's the plan. But as we were driving north, we realized that we had already shipped camp's food here to Bozeman. So we were like, oh no. So we had to flip back. And now we're in Bozeman. We decided to get an Airbnb so that we could finally do a live stream because we've been trying to do one forever.
Guess where we almost parked? Holy cow. I have all my devices right in front of me and they're all flashing. We almost, what did we do?
We almost went and parked at Walmart and bought a Nintendo Switch so that we could play Zelda all night.
In the Walmart parking lot.
But we opted to get an Airbnb instead and do this.
Yeah.
So here we are.
A live stream in Walmart would have been pretty funny though.
It would have. In Walmart? It's probably not.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
A live stream of us playing Zelda would be fun.
Yeah. We're considering this winter getting Barron into live stream gaming. Many of you probably know that he's a huge nerd. So that could be really interesting. I wonder if you would stream on YouTube or if you'd stream on...
I don't know. You can stream on Twitch and YouTube at the same time. I feel like that would be I would probably start. I don't know what I would do.
So after the Walmart idea, we decided that we haven't showered in a real shower. Noonie 57, $15.
Thank you.
Thank you. Someone told me I gotta stop saying "are you out of your mind?" because it doesn't sound very nice. We'll finish this story and then we'll get to all your questions. We looked for an Airbnb because we decided it'd be worth the money to do all of our laundry, to take a shower.
And just kind of regroup.
Yeah, before we head off into pretty desolate Montana to fly fish. You're going to use your new Tenkara rod.
I am. Eretta, yes, you are pin on, watching me play classic from the Scamp with the wood stove going and talking all about Scamp life and
Hey, Daniel, baby Jesus. What's up?
Baby G.
Have any of you seen my last video where I talk about Teton Mobile Wash? That's Daniel and Devaney. They came out and camped with us this weekend, and we went to Yellowstone for the first time. But what I didn't really talk much about is Daniel does his mobile detailing. He travels with a Subaru that has all the detailing.
It's a dope
equipment.
Subaru too.
And details your car right then and there. He uses, what is it, Daniel? Like 5 gallons of water?
Yeah, and that's it.
It's the most efficient detailing I have ever seen. It's amazing.
And most detailing is ecologically disastrous, and
Right.
his is not. So
our Subaru looks great. They offered to detail our Subaru for free, and it was amazing. And we've already become such great friends with them. I'm so happy to have ran into them. Love you guys. We miss you so much.
Yeah, we talked about you in only the most positive ways all day today. So
yeah, we did.
Hope your ears were twinkling or however that works. Sam Tiny House. Yeah, we've definitely, the 19-foot Scamp fifth wheel is like a dream for us.
Yeah, but then we would have to get a truck. So maybe when we have some land where we could use a truck to haul wood and stuff.
But then with the 19-foot versus the 16, you forego your truck bed. So with a 16.
Yeah, but you can sleep on.
Yeah.
That's so cool. Then you have a whole 13-foot Scamp.
Yeah.
And a bed up on the truck bed.
They're awesome.
Those are super cool.
Where were we in our story?
I don't know.
We said, yeah, we were camping by a lake this morning, left early in the morning. We're coming up to Bozeman to maybe shoot a wedding. And then when we got here, there wasn't a lot of camping, so yeah.
Now we're in an Airbnb. I guess that's the whole story.
That's pretty much it, yeah. And we just took a shower, and it was beautiful.
Where's Camp? He's on the
couch. He won't sit with us because he knows that we're talking to a computer screen, and he thinks we're stupid.
Rob Beauty Christie.
Hey.
Do you guys have any idea where you'd ideally want to buy land? Not yet. Christy. That's kind of why we are traveling a lot more than we have been.
Yeah.
Because we want to scope out. I mean, Colorado is probably the place.
Yeah.
Our favorite place as of yet.
We were hoping though, like to come up to Idaho, Wyoming, Montana area and find land that was cheaper and like still the same as Colorado, but it's expensive everywhere. Yeah. So I don't really know exactly how we'll swing it. But ideally we would have a few acres and then be able to invite like you guys out and have workshops and retreats and a place for other nomads to park and just kind of a landing zone. But I don't know if you guys have ideas or
favorite locations we should check out.
Land Flip and Land Watch are two great places to look for cheap off-grid land. Interesting.
Hey.
Dvorak, I love your name. I used to work with a guy that used a Dvorak keyboard, and anytime he got on my machine, he would like lose his mind.
I'm gonna make a note of that. What was it? Let's all make a note of this. Becca Johnson, $199.
Land Flip and Land Watch.
Are you out of your mind?
Land Flip and Land Watch. Thank you, Becca.
Land Watch.
Yeah.
Me.
Opinions on van living. Van living, I think we were just talking about this today, actually. For the kind of traveling we're doing right now, where we are moving around at least like every week or so, I think it would make a lot of sense. But how we normally do it when we park somewhere and then leave the Scamp, I think a trailer makes sense for that. So I don't know.
Gail McDowell. I didn't even know you could. Is that
Donate in euros? That's excellent.
Hi from Scotland, UK. I'm new to your vids and I've been going back to puppy camp and wall art vids.
Aww.
Best of luck in the future, guys.
I
Thank you,
wish we
Gail.
would have had more videos of Camp as a puppy. He was so cute.
Becca Johnson, $1.99 for some IPA. Yes,
you.
girl. Thank you. But we were talking today about the van thing. It's so stressful to be on the road trying to find campsites in places that we've never been. In our last video, we kind of talked about it. If we don't find a spot, then I'm scrambling on my phone to try to find a new spot somewhere else. And if I was in a van, I think it would be a little bit easier to stealth camp kind of anywhere.
Just kind of pull off and.
But with the trailer, we have to find legit
like a solid
camp spots
yeah,
that are legal. In a lot of forest land around here, you can only camp at designated camp spots. So I couldn't get away with just scooting in a parking lot with a trailer like I could with a van. So longer term travel, I think van life would be.
Or if you
cool.
had like a job where you were traveling all the time, or if you were shooting a documentary or something, had to be moving. But if we did have a van, we would for sure have some kind of motorcycle on the back, so that we could leave the van set up and then blast off to town or whatever and not have to lose our spot. Because if you leave your camping site, then somebody will take it, you know.
Bye, Sam Tiny House. Thank you so much. Okay. I've been missing all these questions. I'm sorry. Ask again.
Now we're going to get a billion and then miss them all again. What is your favorite trait of Camp's personality? He's really, really smart. And I love how does he exhibit that? I don't know. You can just like make eye contact with him and tell that
he's so stubborn, and you don't normally see that in dogs. So that's kind of weird.
And you have to earn his respect, which sucks, but it's also awesome.
$24.99. Tony, are you out of your mind?
Thank you, Tony.
Love your channel, your podcast, your mission, your home, your dog, and y'all. We didn't even mention our
podcast yet.
First.
Sorry.
Sarah D. Stevens, $19.99. Did you decide to not get a roof rack for the Subi? Yep, I'm out of my mind. Greetings from Tucson, Arizona. Girl, thank you.
We're still considering it.
That fund went to tinting our windows, still for the Subi, and then to the
repairs and the
stuff in the Scamp. But the roof rack we realized was going to cut back on a lot of gas mileage, so it almost felt like we should make the storage in the Scamp better than adding storage on top of the Subaru. But it seems this winter it may be more useful because then we could put wood on top of the Subaru and transport it back to the Scamp for our wood stove. We'll just have to see. But as of this spring and summer, we decided we're going to hold off for a sec.
We may do it, but so when we were towing the Scamp, I don't think it would ding our gas mileage that much. Like, I don't think it would reduce it that much more because it's already getting the drag from the Scamp. But we drive a lot when the Scamp is parked.
Right.
And it would suck to have, because we have to buy premium for the Subaru already. So it's not a cheap car to drive. So I don't know. Eventually.
We're also looking at getting a Thule box to put on the back of the Scamp.
Yeah.
That would be
boxes.
That would be sweet. Abigail. Hey girl,
Abigail.
$4.99. Thank you.
Lulu Scooter Adventures.
Lulu
$20.
Scooter Adventures. Thank you guys. This is so wild.
It is. Oh
As told by Carly.
Oh, she's back.
$20. Did you guys ever have to do repairs to the Scamp before sailing out in the beginning?
We did.
We had to fix the floor was rotted out when we first bought the Scamp. Not all of it, just a section of it. And you fixed that.
Yeah, so I scraped out all the wood rot and then cut new plywood to fit and then liquid nails it in, and then I put like vinyl underneath it so that it wouldn't get wet and then rot out again.
We also replaced the doors up top on the upper cabinets because I think they were a little water damaged as well.
Yeah.
They were old. The whole thing is old. The Scamp is a 1988. It's the same age as Barron.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that interesting? It's an
Sure
old
is.
little lady.
It's a lady, you think?
Oh, I don't know. I don't usually use gender when talking about it.
These are great questions. Cargo box on top of the Scamp? I don't know. I don't want to put much weight on it because I would hate for the fiberglass to begin to crack and stuff.
Why don't you wrap the Scamp?
We would love to.
Yeah, that would be fun. I just don't want to. It's so classic, the Scamp, that I don't want to ruin it. And we also kind of like to stay pretty, what's the word? Like low key.
Yeah.
Driving by, you wouldn't necessarily know that it's us.
Yeah. We don't want people to be like, oh my God, it's Elsa and Barron.
We'll see.
And
Maybe
then come steal our thing.
I will. I like the idea of putting, I've seen before, mountain decals. That would be cool.
Like some subtle wrap would be really cool.
Yeah.
Thank you, Joanna.
Joanna, $13.99. She
like
out of her mind. I would like to contribute. I wish I could give more, but I can't afford it right now. I'm on an expensive jewelry course and just bought a food smoker. You guys are awesome.
Please don't donate to us if you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, we really appreciate it to the fullest extent.
Right.
But if you're tight on cash, do your thing, girl. But
an expensive jewelry course sounds like it's pretty awesome, as well as a food smoker.
Yeah. Somebody asked earlier if we hunt, and that's something that I would love to get into soon. Not that I want to kill animals, but I think that's one of the more sustainable ways to harvest food.
For sure. What would you hunt?
Probably deer. Deer, turkey, maybe. I don't know. Turkey doesn't make a lot of sense because you can't like can it and stuff.
It'd be great
maybe
to
elk.
Keep everything, turn everything into jerky or anything else, keep it in a freezer. That'd be so awesome.
That's part of the reason that we'd like to have land, because then we could start canning food and growing our own food and preserving it and all that. We are on Patreon.
Jonathan David, shout out from Colorado. I love you guys. You inspire me so much. All the love. Thank you, Jonathan.
We miss Colorado. Anytime that we're not there, we miss it.
Yeah, Colorado's just perfect.
We have a podcast now.
Oh, that's right.
And yeah, we do have a Patreon and we have a podcast now. You can see the podcast at normal2nomad.com, the number 2/podcast. And it's on Stitcher, it's on Spotify, it's on Apple Podcasts, it's on Google.
How about Overcast?
So Overcast grabs it from Apple Podcasts.
So yes.
But it's not up yet. They haven't grabbed it yet. It takes them a couple days to do it.
Okay.
But Overcast is our favorite to listen on.
It's pretty. I mean, we're new podcasters, so give us a little bit of a break. But we talk about what's the first episode? It's kind of our story.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Melissa Wallen, $25. You have inspired me to move into a 16-foot travel trailer and help my son through college.
Awesome.
Cool.
You go, girl.
Thank you.
That's awesome to know.
And Francis Tracts, you guys are rad and the best. And yes, hunt for your food.
Okay.
$99.99. You actually are out of your mind.
But also in your mind.
Thank you so much.
You're brilliant. Thank you, man.
Holy cow.
All the love, brother. Thank you.
I lost every train of thought. But the first episode is
our story.
Thank you guys all so much. This is nuts.
Yeah.
But our story of how us moving into the Scamp, we have a video on why we chose to live in a Scamp trailer and everything that kind of went in before choosing the Scamp. That's actually a really good video. If you want to check it out, why we chose to live in a 13-foot Scamp trailer. So then this first episode is everything Scamp till now.
And we go into a lot more detail in the podcast. And I don't know, it's pretty fun. I listened to it back and it's like, it doesn't suck. So that's great. And then the second episode is, conversation starters and our like human interaction. So we go back and forth and ask a bunch of
our favorite questions, like what instrument are you? What instrument do you wish you were? So things that you could ask other people when you're around a campfire or at a bar or something. Really fun. Thanks, Christy. Oh my God, your website is nuts. So cool. Thanks, girl.
Oh, something else and then the other one is food is fuel. And then one that we haven't posted yet is how we make money and like our career journey, both of us individually. And that's pretty cool too.
So it's a podcast kind of deep diving into all of these elements of Scamp life, nomad life, tech life, and mindfulness
Philosophy,
practices and stuff. Because it kind of all those things combined are what Scamp life is.
Yeah.
Danielle Myers. Love from Iowa. Super excited to check out your podcast. All of my extended family's from Iowa. That's awesome.
You spent a good bit of time in Iowa. Don't give us money if you're broke, please.
Please do a meet and greet. I would love to meet you guys.
That's another thing.
We're thinking about doing a meet and greet in Glacier National Park at the end of August. For anybody who might be there. We've never been, and we would like to go there. Normal to Nomad is podcast name. Great. But yeah, Glacier. Well, so we'll see. We'll be in the Oregon area after that, so maybe that might work better. We'll just have to kind of see what makes sense. We're wondering if we should do a camping trip.
Yeah, a meetup. We were discussing this today on whether we would just go somewhere and everybody comes and hangs out, or if we would be out in the forest where everybody could come and camp with us.
Would it be something where we would have the Scamp, or would we just be at picnic tables and hang out? What do you do at a meetup?
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like people would get bored of us. Dude, Francis, you're incredible.
1999 for no reason at all. You guys stay rad. Thank you.
Likewise, dude. Thank you.
Dang boy.
Dude, let's go into the forest. Yeah. We spent a lot of time in the forest though recently. After being in the city for a while, it's been really nice and refreshing. And we're kind of like getting back into our rhythm again, which feels really nice.
Yeah.
And this live streams are really inspiring because it makes it more visceral. Like interacting with all you guys, it makes it feel real. Versus YouTube comments, it's kind of like it doesn't totally feel like they're real humans. But this interaction, the live interaction, for some reason, makes it feel more authentic
and I think
real.
Hopefully it feels the same on the other end too. That in you asking questions and us answering them live, maybe that feels more like we are real people.
Yeah.
Because
we are that.
We are.
We are real, regular humans.
Thank you, Miss Mary Lou. You are the best. Check out Miss Mary Lou on YouTube and Instagram. Lover of Harry Potter, lover of tea.
I really appreciate the links and everything. You're just like,
yeah, she's amazing.
Yeah, it's goofy.
What do you think of the cacao, Mary? Have you gotten to try it anymore? She's a tea girl, but I sent her some cacao. Have any of you guys tried any of the cacao?
She loves it.
I love it. Don't know if I could live in a trailer. Yeah, maybe one day I'll.
It's kind of how I like it, or how I think about it is kind of thinking about the opposite. Like living in a little tiny space allows us a lot of freedoms that we wouldn't otherwise have. So it's not that like living in a tiny space sometimes is pretty brutal and difficult, but at the same time, we get to live in the forest full time and travel and see all these awesome places. So it's like, I think it's totally worth the exchange.
Yeah, I would agree.
Thank you, Leonard.
Someone
for the
Leonard, $1. Thank you. Someone asked how I am. I want to say your name. CHS Wildcats. How do you treat your Rhae? How is it doing right now? It's doing well right now because it's warm out. But lately, as the temperatures are changing, we've had some cold mornings, It's still happening. I don't know what to do about it. I'm taking lion's mane almost every day because that's supposed to help nerve regeneration. So Paul Stamets mentioned that might be a thing for Raynaud's. I don't know though. I have no idea. It sucks.
Mama Grows asked about you sleeping on the bench. Were we fighting? No.
That was when I was really sick and I wasn't sleeping very well, and it was pretty hot in Arizona or in Utah. It's really nice to sleep over there. I haven't ever since then, but
when it's hot, sometimes it really makes sense.
Yes. Were you guys fighting?
No, we weren't.
I just needed more sleep. Be free.
Please post more often. Yeah, we've been talking about like on Patreon and stuff, just sitting down in front of the camera kind of like this and talking about what's going on and what we're thinking about and what we're working on and that kind of stuff. Just like easy updates, just so that they're frictionless and we can do it more often. Because YouTube videos take Elsa a ton of editing to make them like to her standard.
Right, that's what I was going to say, is I have an unfortunately high standard for what I will allow myself to put on YouTube.
Francis.
Come on. You're the best. Yeah. You guys live a life we all strive to have. You're living my dream.
Everybody can do it. Well, I don't want to say that. That's not necessarily true, but it's viable. Like it's if you just commit to it and make it happen, it's definitely within the realm of possibility.
I think we're a good example. Nobody has to do it as radically as we do it in such a small space off grid. There are so many other ways to make it more luxurious, but I feel like I hope that people can see how radical we're doing it and be able to realize that, oh, if they're doing it like that, I'm sure that there are plenty of other ways to make this type of a lifestyle happen. That's
kind of the beauty of the Mini Cooper, was that it's like, see, you can do it. You don't need all the crazy stuff.
And ever since, we've seen some tiny cars pulling Scamps. Not necessarily because they saw that we were towing with Mini Cooper, but that video has gotten a lot of views.
Another travel channel that we love is Sailing La Vagabond. It's a couple.
They just hit 1 million.
They're sailing all around the world. They just had a baby, and they spearfish for a lot of their food on a catamaran. They're awesome.
Really high quality videos.
Riley and Elena.
They're Australian.
They're freaking awesome. They're super inspiring. Who else? You're watching one recently.
Oh, Wild We Roam.
Yeah.
I found them recently, and they are so cute. I think they're somewhere around Greece, traveling in their van. Francis, boy, I'm done. You two enjoy your night.
Are you like a compulsive gambler, dude? Like, how do you need to control yourself, fam? Gone with the Winds, they are cool. They have an interesting story too. I started watching them as we were just beginning this. They have a really good Patreon following and stuff, which is inspiring.
Trent and Allie, I don't know who that is.
Do you use your Subaru for additional storage? Yes, especially since we're in Grizzly country, we're keeping all of our cookware and stove and everything in the Subaru.
Otherwise, we will get tickets.
Yeah.
We can't have it like our normal outdoor kitchen in Colorado. It's kind of scary being out here in grizzly territory.
Yeah.
It's freaky. I am afraid to go on walks by myself.
Well, we saw a bear on a walk, or we said that in the video, but that was pretty, a little bit jarring, making eye contact from like 10 yards with a black bear.
And we do have bear spray.
Yeah.
We do have it. When we've been carrying it with us since we saw that first bear, we just didn't realize bears were right there.
Right there, yeah. I heard a fun fact from a ranger that's also a wildlife biologist, or used to be. Bear spray is hyper effective against bears because their olfactory or smelling senses are so evolved. So they can smell a carcass from like 5-10 miles away. So when you spray them with that pepper spray, it is like hyper effective because they can smell so well.
Oh, so it really hurts them.
Yeah, and it just like shocks them, and then they run away.
WeRemodel.com. Hello. Thank you so much. $10. You are the best. Really, absolutely the best. All of you guys who are donating and who are here repeatedly asking your questions because we keep missing them all. Thank you all so much for being here. This is so fun.
Somebody, he asked, Drew asked, have you guys had any issues with other people in places you camped? Have we ever told the Sergeant Stacy story?
No. That's a good one.
That was crazy.
In Utah. You tell it.
Okay. We were up on, sorry.
He's just sitting over here picking at his gnarly metal toes.
Well, I just washed them, so they're like.
Okay, Sergeant Stacy.
So we were up on this plateau in Escalante, Utah, and we were all by ourselves on this like it was beautiful place, and we'd been there for a while, and it kind of like felt like ours, you know. And one morning, you were in town, right?
Yes, when you first saw them, I had driven out around them. They had put cones into the drive up, not a road, just the road to get up to the campsites. Yeah. They blocked off the cones. I don't think they realized we were in the camping area.
Yeah.
Pretty vast area.
And so this lady comes up, and she was like, I don't even know how to, she was a stout lady, like very like militant acting. And she came up like yelling like, hello, sir, or hello, you know, just like yelling at the camper from pretty far away. And it kind of, I was like, what is going on? You know, because I'm like sitting in the Scamp and Zen mode. And I got out and walked outside, and she's like, hello. Do you have what did she ask first? She asked if I had a permit to be there, and I was like, yeah, we have a permit.
In that area, you did have to get a permit to camp just to let the Forest Service know that you're there.
But then she was like, we're going to be over here shooting, so is that going to bother you? And I was like, no, it's all good. You do whatever you want to do, you know? And she was like, and then I asked, I was like, so are you shooting guns? Because she had like a pretty large pistol on her hip. And she was like, yes, it is our Second Amendment right to shoot firearms in BLM land. I'm like, excellent. You know, you do whatever you want to do. But she was like super, like threatening almost. It was uncomfortable to say the least. So then she walks away, and I'm like, all right, have a wonderful day. So I walk up the hill. Francis, thank you, dude. So I walk up the hill just to like, and she said they were having a rally, like the Hellcats rally or something. So I walked up the hill to ask, like, how many people are coming, and do we need to get out of here? Like, are there more of you? You know, like, what is this going to be like? And I walked up the hill, and I was trying to announce myself, like, hello, hello, you know, kind of like looking around. And I walked up to her Airstream, and it looked, I don't know.
Large.
It was large and had a bunch of paraphernalia of different sorts on it, and like mean bumper stickers and whatever, and like bullhorns on the front. It was an interesting rig. Anyway, I walked over to another couple RVs that had pulled in, and I was like, hello, anybody over here? And I walked around the side of the RV, and she like stood up like freaking out and grabbed her gun out like she was going to shoot me. And she was like, announce yourself. And I'm like, I was over and over again. I was trying to talk to you guys, and it's like, sorry, I didn't mean to freak you out. And yeah, that was that. And they had a parrot in a cage, and I don't know, it was an uncomfortable experience for sure.
I saw her in town because as I was driving out a day or so later, I was driving into town. I waved at them. Didn't know. I'd never seen them. I didn't know this was Sergeant Stacy. This is not her name. We named her. We named people our least favorite people.
I don't know that her name was even Stacy, but
Scott Jordan, $10. Thank you so much. Love your videos and beautiful pics on Instagram. Thank you.
Scott.
That's really nice of you to say. But I saw Sergeant Stacy and her friend in town. They said, "Hey, neighbor," at the grocery store. And I said, "Oh, that was you guys. You guys are the Hellcats." And the other lady said, "Yeah, that's kind of a joke." And she was mentioning about, she said, "Yeah, we're heading up north." And okay, cool. Yeah, we're from Kansas City area. We spent a lot of time in Colorado. So you guys are heading up north, just kind of making up small talk. You guys are doing whatever. And Sergeant Stacy looked at me. We had just been small talking just for a minute. Looked at me and, "Have a nice day," and walked inside like nothing. So we think that maybe she probably has had a lot of trauma or something in her life, because she was a nutso lady. That we had some friends come over that evening. That's why I was at the grocery store. I made a bunch of new friends dinner at the Scamp. And when they came in, mind you, this is a white girl with dreads, Latina girl, and then a woman in the back who is some sort of mixed ethnicity.
Like in her 60s.
Yeah, they felt they were being
50s.
profiled because they drove up the hill, and she said, "What are you doing here? You know, there's no weed on national forest land. It's not legal, and you guys can't be selling weed here."
You 420 it? No.
And
lady.
they said that they they just stopped them as they drove up, as though she's patrolling this area that's fully public national forest land, and just completely rude.
Yeah, it was wild.
But thankfully, she left the next day. It was weird because we felt so unsafe with this crazy woman.
Yeah.
That we didn't.
Well, especially because she's like open carrying a firearm, and she's obviously a loose cannon.
And
like, I have no problem with people carrying guns, but if you're like insane, then
we weren't
probably
upsetting
don't do
her
that.
at all, or even. Oh, it was just the weirdest thing. But thankfully, she left, and we stayed a day or two more, and we left ourselves. But yeah, that was one of the weirdest situations.
It was uncomfortable. And I can normally like have a conversation and diffuse people and things like that, like situations like that. And she was impossible.
I found a Scamp in a junkyard, and the guy is like, "Yeah, you can have it for $500." And I was like, "Why is it so expensive?" He inherited a junkyard and don't know what stuff is worth. Dang, you got a deal.
Yeah.
Screaming deal. Amy Vanwell.
Thank you.
I bought way too many things based on your recommendations, but it's made our camper so much better. Thank you from Colorado.
Awesome.
I wonder what.
Yeah, what things?
Maybe a frother? Have you bought a frother?
Maybe 25 of them?
I wonder what else. I try not. If it's useful things that really help our lifestyle, I will happily talk about it. But
Yeah.
we try not to push stuff just to push stuff so that we can make money off of it, because the world doesn't need more stuff.
Yeah. Do you get the sludge at the bottom of your cacao?
Yes,
if you drink it slowly.
You have to mix it. I mix it a couple times. As I'm getting low to the bottom, I'll froth it again. Good question.
And if you like add more hot water on top of it, then you can make it last.
I got some biolights for my trailer based on your videos.
Oh,
good
nice.
call.
They're
Those
awesome.
are amazing.
Brenda says hi.
Hi, Mom. What are you doing? Cacao. You should get commission from cacao companies.
What? Yeah, Elsa does.
I work with that cacao company. They're really wonderful people.
Rachel Pagler. Hi, Mom.
Hi, Rachel, baby.
Hi, Rach.
Hi, Mom, and Elsa and Barron. Rachel, your profile picture is cute.
Oh, weird.
Amy Albertson, $50. You inspire me so much. What you're doing makes a difference, and I want to support more content. If I could give more, I would. Thank you.
Amy.
Holy cow.
That means a lot.
That's so generous.
Yeah. And your words mean a lot. Because inspiring people is what we hope to do. So, thanks. You rock. Would you guys ever write a book with photos if your adventures? From James. Yeah, I'm working on it.
I would like to do a photo cookbook of recipes that don't require a fridge or an oven. Specifically like Scamp recipes where you could go camping and cook with a stove and a cooler. I love you guys. Come to Superior. One of the most beautiful areas in the U.S. We will be guides. Help.
Okay.
Eddie and Lacey. Thank you, Lacey.
Lake
Yeah.
Superior, I would presume.
Is WI Wisconsin?
Oh yes, then it is. Yeah.
If you look at maps of national forest land and BLM land, the west half of the United States is really pretty full of free camping, and the eastern half is really not so much. So we don't usually think about going onto the eastern section of the United States.
Is there anything you do to offset your gas use when towing? Yeah, that's what we do. Is we try to stay in, like we try to find a town or a city or whatever it is, and then stay in that area for a month or so, and then find a place that's like still on our path in like a relatively near area, so that we're not just constantly driving everywhere. So we just try to limit our traveling. But recently we have been traveling a lot more. But yeah, that's part of the reason that we didn't get a roof rack too.
Rachel Kate Pagler, are you excited to hike the Appalachian Trail, Elsa Rhae? Where are you hiking?
Great question.
Good question. I get to hike the Appalachian Trail with my best friend and her mother in September. And we're going to just hike for 4 days. They've already done one section. They're doing the next section. And it'd be cool if they continue doing all the rest of the sections till the end. I don't know what section, but it's going to be my first ever through hike. So that'll be interesting. I feel like I have a ton of camping experience and hiking experience, but I haven't ever really put it together. What state? North Carolina, I think. I don't know.
We are in Montana.
We're in Bozeman, Montana. Outside of it, I guess. There's so much to hike and camp in the Blue Ridge Mountains. And Christy, Christy, Rob Beauty Christy, about Washington. She lives in Washington.
Yeah, we're going to stay with you guys. So.
Hit you up soon, girl.
Announcement is all.
That'd be super fun. I'll
Have
come
you
and
thought
eat your
about
vegetables.
Our winter plans? Yeah, we need to find. So maybe you guys can help. We want to find a place to camp, probably around Colorado area, like maybe on somebody's land, so that we can set up internet and live stream more often, and just do the winter camping thing with the wood stove and everything. But like really do a lot more live streams and like interact with you guys more.
Because then we wouldn't have to focus so much on the moving around part and focusing on weather and staying legal within camping areas.
And hauling wood was difficult too.
We would have to figure out where we were going, what the closest wood source was. And usually we could only use the wood around us, pine, dead trees and stuff. And that is not what you want.
But if we were going to stay in one place, we could buy like a half cord of oak and then just store it with the Scamp. And then we could also put like hay bales around the Scamp or whatever to insulate it better.
I don't think that would be less interesting, right?
If we did it right.
If we were in one place, because we're still surviving in a 13-foot eggshell in Colorado winter.
Rockies. Put him on screen.
How is camp? Put him on screen, my mother says. He's like, what the heck? We're losing light and getting a little grainy. I hope the screen quality is still okay. Hey, mister. I am considering giving him a bath here in this Airbnb, but I don't want to clog up their drain. I wonder how we could do it without.
I love Northwest Arkansas. That's where I learned to rock climb. Or didn't learn, but that's where I did most of my rock climbing.
Like, get me out of here. Would you ever come to Canada or Alaska, Mississippi or Louisiana? I think I've been to Mississippi, right, Mother? Didn't we go there as children when I was a child? Canada and Alaska, yes, would love to. The guy that Barron, he was in his wedding a month or two ago.
Yep, Horseshoe Canyon.
He wants to take, or he wants Barron to go on an Alaskan fishing trip, ice fishing trip, right?
Yeah, or no, but fishing for like northern pike and muskie and.
That'd be crazy.
Yeah, that'd be cool. But it's expensive. Hopefully.
$150 a day, you said?
Yeah, that's goofy.
Not including a flight to get out there.
We can live for like a month on.
Yeah,
not a 3-day trip.
What do you think our average price? How much do you think we spend a month on average?
Total.
Most of our money goes to food and gas.
Mm-hmm.
We spend a lot of money on healthy food, organic food when we can. Except out here, it's $1.99, $25. Thanks, Pop It Up, be stick kind.
Amy, that's a great idea. She said to brush him and then.
Oh yeah, that is a good idea. Brush him and then bathe him.
Yeah, you're a genius.
Most of our money does go to food and gas. Do we have an internet, internet bill?
We've been thinking about switching up our unlimited bill plan to something else. AT&T doesn't have very good coverage up this far north, so we've been struggling to get bandwidth. We'd like to live stream more often, but yeah.
But we freaking can't. Our WeBoost works when it helps us get signal, but if the town is so tiny and tourists are around, the bandwidth is all gone, so we can't get on even if we have a signal.
Oh, there's a dog wash at the car wash in Four Corners. Thank you, Kelly. Will you message us on Instagram or something? And maybe we could grab a beer tomorrow or something.
Who?
Out on
Kelly?
Yeah, she's Bozeman area.
Oh, cool. Yeah, that'd be fun.
Next attempt from Papa Dop. He said, "Did I just donate
$1.99? You out of your mind." That's perfect.
Yeah,
thank you so much. That was just kind of a funny message, a comment.
Yes, we have thought about buying a piece of land. We're still trying to figure that out. So if any of you have land for sale, drop us a line. Or if you have land to rent or that we could like stay on for the winter, that would be ideal.
Yeah, we're not clung to staying in Colorado. We just really have kind of declared Colorado as home. So it would be nice to be there.
And it's centrally located. We have a lot of
then
friends
we can
out
be
there.
Near family too, back in Kansas City. Oh, well, now my sister's in Portland, so I don't know.
Yeah, we have heard of overlanding. I would like to go to the expos. There you go.
Pop It Up, be kind. $24.99. Thank you. That's funny. You're the best. You guys, this is crazy. Anyway.
Overlanding is super interesting to me. I think a lot of the rigs are way overbuilt for what they do, though. But whatever. I think it's just because it's cool.
Shannon Williams, $4.99. Love your comment. Helpful and motivating. Here's a little donation toward your cacao. Thank you.
Not comment, but
content. Love your content. Oh, did I say comment?
Mm-hmm.
Whoops.
We love your comment as much.
Yeah. My parents also have a 13-foot Scamp. And curious if you have a screen door. We do have a screen door. I showed it in my last video, and a lot of people thought that maybe that was a recent upgrade, but we've had the screen since we got the Scamp. I would recommend if you don't have one, I think Scamp sells them. It is so worth it to have a little screen on that door.
Center Hill Lake Realtor has a 100-acre farm in Tennessee for $200K. $200K is probably a little high for us. We would like to be like around or below. I don't know.
That's a whole lot of land.
Yeah, it is.
That's a whole lot of money too.
Eventually, though, maybe, but
yeah, I've never been to Tennessee.
Because we don't want to have to get like a 30-year mortgage on it. We'd like to pay cash for a good chunk of it and pay it off quickly. So
I'm going to Tennessee. I'm flying out of Tennessee after we hike the Appalachian Trail from Knoxville.
Slim Potato Head's awesome. Sorry.
Yeah, he like you said, recommended our channel. That was a huge compliment. Very humbling. He's an awesome dude. We learned a lot about winter camping kind of hacks from him, sealing up the Scamp and stuff. He did a good job with his A-frame. Francis,
you've been threatening to go to bed for like an hour.
Make more live vids. I love your live chats. Good night. I can't wait for the next one.
Thank you,
You're
man.
the best. Holy moly. And again, thank you, Miss Mary Lou. Check her out on YouTube and Instagram. That girl is the sweetest. She also sings like a maniac.
Like
a
an
good
angel.
maniac. An angel maniac. It's amazing. She's so cute.
Arizona has a ton of cheap land. Yeah.
Arizona was cool. It was a little hot.
Yeah.
It'd be cool to have a spot there for the winter.
For sure.
I will add Angel Maniac to my resume. We keep missing a lot of comments as we answer questions. So if we haven't answered your question, feel free to pop it in. I'm sorry that I don't look enough. I'm in the Knoxville area. Okay, then yeah, we're hiking in the Smoky Mountains, right?
We're smoking in the hiking mountains.
I'm living in Salida, Colorado right now, and I've heard there's cheap land in the San Luis Valley.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a beautiful area. One of our favorites.
Got 10-acre farm 45 minutes south of Nashville. Wow. Y'all are from Tennessee.
I enjoy your videos so much and look forward to your weekly videos.
Thank you, Catherine. I enjoy your videos so much. Oh, that's what you read.
Yep.
$14.99. You are the best. Thank you. Best place to camp in winter in the U.S., not where it is snowing. Is Arizona, I assume, is what you're talking about. Arizona
was that a question or an answer?
We went to Arizona 2 winters ago in the Scamp, and it was wild. It was a wild country out there with all the snowbirds. I often felt there aren't a lot of young people doing that. And they all have really awesome setups, riding around in their razors, their little 4-wheelers,
4x4
through town as though they're vehicles. At least in the areas that we were, it was a wild culture.
It is. Nick, yeah, we are. We're in an Airbnb, part of mostly to do this for the live stream because we haven't had good service anywhere out here.
Thank you, Ben Miller. Always appreciate you too. We appreciate you too so much.
For real, man. But yeah, that so that we could live stream, and we got our first shower in 3 weeks. Actual shower. We've been showering in the river and lake and whatever.
And I got a bag shower.
And we're doing our laundry. And the camping around here is nice, but it's not we don't have any signal, and we wanted to live stream, so we just figured we'd do this.
And we have dog food coming. We were coming here for
to potentially shoot a wedding.
And there's no camping around. And we ordered dog food to my friend's sister's house, and it gets here tomorrow. So we kind of had to stay and figured we've never done this before. This is our first time doing an Airbnb like this. Maybe we'll do it in the future. I kind of forget that this is available, that we don't have to camp every night if we don't want to. But my cheap ass is usually wanting to not spend money on things like this, but it's okay. Danny Neal, $1. Thank you, Danny.
Madeline Nelson, I binge listened to all of your new podcast episodes today. Can't wait for more.
Oh. What did you think?
What did you think? And thank you for listening. If you guys like the podcast, please review it so that more people can see it, and then it'll be easier for people to find when they search for it and stuff. We have one on how we make money and how we our careers in the past. And then we have another one. What is it? Do you remember the last one?
Mindfulness practices.
Oh, yeah. Mindfulness practices.
We're having quite the issue finding land and house that fits we want, but with internet. Yeah.
I think soon, though, and you'll be able to get your internet via a cell service,
Hopefully.
Well, I think in a lot of places you could do that. But I don't know. Fiber is still better, and your ping is so much higher on cell.
Do you have a life plan? I know you live in the moment and appreciate that. In 10 years, where will you be? It would be nice to have land so that we can have a home base. Not that we would stop traveling. We would like to not ever sell the Scamp. We've drilled so many holes in it anyway that I don't know that anyone would ever buy it.
I think if
sold
we
it.
wanted to sell it, we could sell it for sure.
But thinking 5 years ago, would have had no idea that this was the trajectory. So it's really hard to say.
We'd like to have a retreat center though for people to come and heal, and like with a decent internet connection and stuff, so they could work on their businesses and then go out into the world and do their thing. Thank you, Tom, for the $9.99.
You out of your mind?
You're the man.
A retreat center, also like a tech hub where you can come and learn how to do social media, internet, web, anything digital focused, because that's a lot of both of our backgrounds.
Yeah.
So having a great spot, like a co-working space almost.
Or an incubator almost.
Whoa, that scared me. Towel fell down.
Oh.
Holy. But also a retreat center to do some plant healing and just mental healing, meditation, whatever.
Yeah.
We'll have to see how all that unfolds. We have to find some land first, and then we can start building.
Yeah, and then like a landing zone for people that want to get into living nomadically, so that you can like vet your rig out and have a place to lean on, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's where we want to be. Have you thought about cutting your hair short?
That's a good question.
Yeah. I've had several dreams that I cut my hair, and I was pretty bummed in each of them.
You put so much time into it at this point.
I want to trim it a little bit, but just found your channel this week. Really enjoying the videos. I envy your nomadic lifestyle. Wishing you the best.
Thank you, Steve.
Thanks, Steve. Appreciate you, man.
I think about cutting my hair. I don't know. I really enjoy braids in my hair, and I don't know really anything about this, but I've heard a little bit about how Native Americans wouldn't cut their hair because it brings, and not only Native Americans, it seems like it's
in the Bible too,
that keeping long hair connects you closer to God. So I'm working on it. I have been for a long time. Ever since though, I got really sick this spring after Guatemala, super sick. I 3 months later, which was last month, lost so much of my hair. I guess that happens 3 months after you get sick, having lots of fluctuating fever. Very sad, but hopefully it stopped.
You can also donate on either of our websites, so elsarhae.com or normaltonomad.com. So Mary Lou is already on it, so thanks, Mary Lou. You're the best.
She really is. She's amazing. You are the best moderator I could ever
it's unbelievable.
Imagine.
You do things before I even think of them being done. Once you have some land, do you think you would want to live in a tiny house community? I don't know. We would probably build things by hand over time, just small living spaces. Tell everyone where you got your hair.
Dad.
Stole it from Dad.
Dad, you should text me that picture of me putting my hair on your head. Text it, and then I'll put it on the screen if you can find it.
I've loved watching your videos. I'm a 1990. So when I see mini Winnebagos, it always blows my mind because they're big. Like they're small for a Winnebago, but they're still big. So I think calling them mini is kind of.
I think it's a cute name.
Yeah, it is.
Mini Winnie.
Can you use
Hi
it?
from Australia. Wow, what time is it there? Telagan effluvium.
What?
Is what Christy said happened to the hair. It's a bummer.
What does that mean?
Teflum effluvium.
That sounds like a Harry Potter spell.
Effluvium is when it's called Telagan effluvium. My hair did that too. It stops and grows back.
Huh.
I'm glad I didn't lose my eyebrows.
Telagan effluvium. Hi from New Zealand, man. We want to go to New Zealand bad.
Yeah. After sickness or weight loss, it's like a cycle it goes through. If I had lost, I wonder why on your head that would happen. Losing leg hair or arm hair.
Well, you probably wouldn't notice it.
Yeah, I guess not. Yeah.
I am so hot. I'm switching shirts.
If you're ever in Southwest Missouri, let us know.
Well,
We just were.
Duron and Chelsea have been spending time down there and say it's freaking awesome.
We were just on the Elk River.
In Noel, Missouri.
Yeah, it was beautiful. We love that
That's
river.
like our favorite river because there's so many turtles.
You guys are going to make a super baby one day.
Maybe.
We got one sitting on the couch.
Looks like a little fox.
I live in Springfield, Mo. Well, we're actually not from Missouri. We're from the Kansas side of Kansas City.
No brag, just fact.
No brag, just fact.
Mm-hmm. Like,
oh, I'm not bragging about that.
Right, that's what I meant.
Oh, I see. Sorry.
Yeah, we installed electrical outlets in a flat wall in the Scamp. It's really nice. And we got this mantelpiece, if you will.
Oh. Send to your Insta my land pic. Oh, nice. Thank you. Hi from KC.
Hi, KC. What's up, Barbara? What other things? Check out our podcast is a thing.
As told by Carly, $5. Girl, you are the best.
How do we keep ourselves in camp cool?
That's a really good question.
Yeah.
Usually we move up in elevation.
Yeah.
It seems like that's not working this summer, though.
Yeah, it's been hot.
Peppermint oil is a really good one. It's a natural coolant for some reason, but we, at one time on a camping trip, it was really buggy too, but all night long we slept outside and doused ourselves in peppermint oil, and it really chills your skin. I don't know if it really is bringing the temperature down or if it's just a
I don't know, but it feels
chill.
cooler.
But that's a really good one if you have peppermint oil. Cover yourself. Is there any other way that we keep cool? Loose fitting clothing. My hippie pants are really lightweight and breathable.
And layers, because, well, you're not wearing a bunch of layers, but yeah, and I like to wear sleeveless shirts too, because then if I start to stink, I can wash my body a lot easier than I can wash my clothes.
True. Appreciate that.
Yeah, with camp, I don't know. We parked the Scamp in the shade, and we have a little USB fan that we run.
And where we are, it's not, today it was in the 90s, but where we've been, it hasn't really been above 85. So in the Scamp with a little fan in the shade, it's really pretty comfortable. And we take him almost everywhere that we go.
And we really don't leave him in the car all that often. And if we do, it's cooler outside. Or if we're going to the store, one of us will stay in the car with the AC on for him or whatever, which kind of sucks. But
where's your spacesuit, Elsa? That is back in Kansas City. I brought it to the Scamp, and I never wore it because I had it stored underneath in storage. So it was just taking up space. And I will save it for a later time in my life.
Is Chelsea selling that citronella bug oil or not?
I don't know. I don't think she has a website or anything.
Okay. But yeah, citronella oil is helpful for bugs. But like you said, we normally just like put on longer, like long sleeves, long pants.
It seems to be more effective. It seemed like that smell combination in that bug spray has been attracting mosquitoes more so than repelling them, but it repels the flies really well. Yeah, I don't know what's in it. I forget. We made it together last summer. Danielle Zilka, $15. Just want to show my support because you both are awesome, inspiring, and I want to make sure you get your ice cream fix to keep cool. Love what you do. Thank you.
That sounds
love
good.
ice cream.
Maybe we'll go on a late night ice cream run this evening.
Oh, it's not
It's
a bad
only
idea.
8:30, girl.
Try not to eat dairy for my uterus.
But we'll make an exception for Danielez.
Yeah. Thanks, girl.
Or guy. We don't know. We're sorry. 2 cans of DEET and a flamethrower. There you go, dude.
Do you guys like to kayak?
Yes.
Well, you're about to really like to kayak. I hope.
Hopefully.
More than likely.
Should we mention that or not?
Oh, I want to. We're kind of talking with Oru Kayak. They're launching a new kayak soon.
And they're the ones with the folding like origami kayaks.
We've been looking at them for a long time because it's the only feasible way that we can have a boat is these origami folding boats. It's amazing. And they're launching a new boat soon, 20 pounds, that folds up to be the size of a little briefcase. Can you believe for this lifestyle, can you believe how incredible that would be?
Especially being on lakes and stuff. It's like torture to be camped on the side of a lake and not be able to boat around in it.
Yeah. So hopefully that works. We'll know by the end of the month if that happens or not.
They are expensive, but they're like kayaks are always expensive. And for the portability, and if you think about too, if you bought a hard-sided kayak, you would have to buy like the roof rack and all the things to transport it. Whereas with the Oru, you can just throw it in the back of whatever car you have. So, I don't know.
Any car. It would be amazing. My mom is going to be like, okay, I'm going to have to get one because she's got a tiny car now.
Do you have meetups? We're talking about having a meetup in Glacier National Park soon.
Have you ever thought of van life? You said to continue to post unread comments. So, have you ever thought of van life as an option of living? We mentioned earlier that van life would be an interesting thing for those who travel more or who travel around more continuously.
Because we like to stay in one place for a week or 2 weeks or a month, or like an area, not the same campsite, but
that way we can get to know the town, because that's super fun.
And then we don't waste as much gas too.
But we have been moving about every week since we left Colorado, we've moved spots at least every week.
Yeah.
And holy moly.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's kind of a lot, but it's really interesting.
But I think for the way that we're doing it right now, moving a lot, a van would make a lot of sense. We have not had a meetup in Kansas City. We should do that. We just haven't. Yes, it would be different if you lived alone, for sure. It would just, I don't know if it'd be better or worse. It'd just be a lot different.
It'd be easier to stealth camp if you lived in a van.
Mm-hmm.
But it would be hard because everywhere you go, you're taking your house.
Right.
And if you have car issues, which is connected to your house, you lose your house as you're working on your car, which I don't know. It depends on what the situation is, but
somebody asked if we would ever have a schoolie and a moped. I think that would be awesome.
I would love to have a schoolie in a stationary place.
Yeah, relatively. Just so that you could like move it if you wanted to. But
Jake?
Most of the time. Jake? Is that Jake?
Jake Thompson? Jake Wells Thompson? Love you both. $9.99. That looks like your mom.
Is that you, Jake?
Well, even if it's not the Jake Wells that we know. Thank you, Jake.
Say if that's you or not. Oh.
I'm from the Netherlands. Wow.
Neato.
Thank you, guys. Oh, no, we appreciate you repeating the questions because we keep on missing them. When we answer, we lose a lot of the comments, just go up and away.
Right. What other things are new and exciting? We've said it 100 times, but check out our podcast. We just launched it, and it's pretty exciting. And if you guys have ideas for the podcast, message them to me on my website or Instagram.
Yeah, that'd be great. It's really fun recording them.
You know what would be really fun is if we did voiced questions. Like you guys could ask.
Oh, yeah.
Like send us voiceover questions just in your, like if you do a voice memos or whatever.
It is Jake.
Oh, hey, dude.
If any of you have ever seen me paint very large mandalas on a very large wall that's painted purple and pink and blue, the song in that video is Jake's. It's amazing.
Roll Like Thunder.
It has like 2 million views right now. And I think his song has 1.5 million hits on Spotify. It's one of our favorite songs in the world. Hey, Jake. Thanks for saying hi. We love you so much.
Yeah.
My mom is your biggest fan too, by the way.
Yeah.
Alice, $15. I finally made it to a live video. Question. Do you guys know where there are tiny house favorable laws in the States? I'm in New York State, and nomadic life here is not really an option. That makes sense.
Well, we've gathered, I guess, Pacific Northwest is ish. I think over time, people will lighten up on those laws because they'll have to, because housing is just ridiculous and people can't afford it.
It seemed like Oregon, when we went to tour tiny houses, was had a lot of tiny houses on plots of land. They're more open to that. And I believe there's one of those, somewhere in Texas has no zoning laws.
I don't know if you guys in the chat, if you know of what places are good for legally parking a tiny house, say something.
Denny Mendenal, $2. Thank you. And Destinations Chronicles. I know I am old, LOL, but I love you both so much. Nobody said that you were old.
Yeah, you're young. You do it, girl.
We're losing it again. I think I saw Practical Paradise in here. Lindsay, what's up, girl?
I see you, girl. Why did you start making YouTube videos?
I started making YouTube videos when my mother heard about this new video website called YouTube on NPR back in like 2007. And I had been making videos for class projects with my sister, whatever, since I was a young kid. So then there was this new website where you could just put your videos onto it and other people could watch them. So I started. Oh, I don't know if I should give you my old YouTube channel name. It's pretty easy to find it. But that's all the classic Elsa Rhae videos you can find right there. Oh, Barron said, tell him about my top 80 video. Way back in the day, I had the number 80th top viewed video on YouTube ever. Well, for that day. My video was top 80 viewed. That's how, like, way back in the day, I did YouTube. YouTube was so different then. There would be no suggested videos in your feed on the sidebar, just videos. I followed Brookers and Smosh. Oh man, yeah. That channel goes way back. But this channel I started for body paint and makeup in 2014. And 6 months after I started this channel, it all went viral. It was all across the world on Huffington Post, Reddit, Gizmodo, The Chive, my body paint stuff. And that was really a timing thing. I got kind of lucky. What?
How do you cope with social judgment of nomadic life? Like,
you just completely interrupted my story. Not that anybody was really listening, but.
Oh, I thought. So, well, I didn't even say anything. I just clicked on
it
so
anyway,
I could highlight it.
Now this is the YouTube channel, so.
Sorry, I was just clicking it so that we could read it.
How do you cope with social judgment of nomadic life? Like, how do you respond to negative comments?
Generally, it's best to not respond to negative comments.
Yeah, because that's kind of what they want.
Yeah.
But if somebody is just rude for no reason, out of nowhere, I hide them from my channel. Because I don't give anybody, I'm not controversial. I don't give anybody any reasons to be rude. If you have criticism or critique, cool, that's fine. But if you're just mean, I'm not. Then that starts to initiate other arguments because the people who are kind or who like me, yeah, they say no, and kind of fight. You know how that works on YouTube. And I don't want that to happen at all. We shouldn't be arguing. So
how do we deal with the emotional unknown of nomadic life? We were just doing that today.
Yeah. Finray, $99.99. Wow, I've missed you. Thank you so much. Gosh.
You didn't even put a comment? You don't want to say anything? Thank you so much. I think Finray has been in pretty much every one of our live streams.
Yeah, there are some people who are every time.
Yeah, it's awesome.
You're the best. how do we cope with the emotional stress of nomad life? It's interesting. You don't really think that that comes with a lifestyle like this, that it would be stressful. But the stress is just different.
Like we could tell the story of today.
Okay.
Just driving around and going to new spots and not finding them, and it just, and then you're on your phone looking for places, and we're just kind of striking out. How we deal with it is just to kind of like stay cool and think about what we would be doing if we weren't doing this. So if we were working office jobs or still having to try to struggle to pay rent and stuff, to just get that perspective really helps us to grapple with it. And then just not freaking out on each other. If one of us is like stressed out or whatever it is, to not like feed into that and both of us then lose our minds, you know?
Because then nothing gets done.
Right. So just take a deep breath, kind of step back for a minute, even pull over and go on a quick walk or go get, I don't know, a snack or something, get some food.
A lot of lifestyles that seem completely stress-free can wreak some of the most havoc in your mind, weirdly enough. Yeah, Christy, I watched your video. YouTube puts, yeah, I think there's every area of life has its own stressors.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just a matter of like figuring out how to manage it. And I don't know. Yeah, today what we did when I was almost at my breaking point was, okay, it's hot and we don't know where we're going. And we're just driving around, but I'm not not in a cubicle. And this is fine. Everything is actually fine, and we will find a spot. It's not scary. It just is kind of annoying and stressful. And then when you realize that, it's not that big of a deal.
But it's less stressful than we were stressed out, you know?
Yeah.
Like it's not. Any thoughts on making a feature-length film?
Yeah. I think as time goes on and this all evolves into whatever it will evolve into, I'm really happy to have all of this backlog of footage and story that we can draw from. Like it would be really interesting if by the time when we become 60, we create a documentary of how we got to 60 years old or whatever, and we can pull from our story that's been on YouTube for so many years. But yeah, if we took a big long trip or something and did a long movie, that would be really cool.
We were just talking about that. For instance, if we went to Alaska or something like that, or even now where we don't have internet all the time.
This is me and my dad. I could give the backstory, but he's beautifully bald. And we have a picture from a long time ago of tiny me putting my hair on his head to give him hair. But look at that. Look at that handsome man right there. That's where I get my hair from, or so I've been told. So, anyway, thanks, Dad.
But yeah, just posting like once a month or something on a long trip where we didn't have great internet and making it a long video might be kind of fun. I don't know.
Yeah, it would be a lot of work. I don't know. Would it be interesting to see more videos where we are kind of talking like this on camera, less cut? Or do you like the edited videos? Because I am usually afraid to make anything too long.
Yeah.
Even any clips too long, I think, oh, people are going to click away. That would be a wild adventure to make a...
Yeah, I think both is the way.
Yeah, and it would be sweet to put more of that, to give that to the patrons, do more uncut, raw, hey, look, this is what we're doing right now, check it out. The problem with the multiple uploads lately is that we don't have enough internet, which is such a pain in the butt because we're paying so much for our monthly unlimited Wi-Fi plan. But we're figuring it out.
We like watching long videos too. Like that's why we got into Joe Robinette and those guys.
Yeah, we'll lay in bed and watch stuff.
Yeah. Especially when we didn't have internet or when we don't.
Love long vids. Cool.
There's
Thanks,
lots
everybody.
of both. Everybody's saying
Yeah.
both.
I appreciate the feedback. I would like to see more mini edited vids. Okay. Hey, Brian. Hope you all are doing well. Love the national park visits. Thanks. I'm excited to show you our visit to Yellowstone this weekend.
We didn't really even talk about Yellowstone yet, have we?
No. Yellowstone was like Jurassic Park. How not nobody, but most people don't seem to get out of their cars. If there's a bear kind of on the side of the road, everybody stops to take out their camera, including us. We did too.
Yeah.
But everybody stops and slows down and keeps driving on. It's like a wild zoo.
Yeah.
Where you stay in your car.
I think it's more zoo than wild in a lot of instances.
Yeah.
On the road, but there's lots of.
It was so interesting. I think my favorite style of videos that you guys have done is the own the day ones.
That was fun.
Like the Elsa and Barron Tarzan running through the forest.
They're probably talking about the other ones. Or the like morning routine. The Zen one. I don't know. Those were fun though.
Yeah.
The Elsa one was really fun.
Gains. Yeah, we didn't finish that series. Things changed.
Yeah.
Have to go to bed now. Good night. We'll get there soon too. Are we still gonna do ice cream?
I don't know. We didn't get to see any moose. We saw 2 black bears though. And a turtload of bison. Yeah. Lots
of bison, some Yellowstone geese, some American groundhogs.
Mm.
Isn't that what they were?
Prairie dogs.
Prairie dogs?
Yeah, oh yeah, some prairie dogs.
Wasn't there one other wild animal that we saw? Something crazy. Maybe not.
No. Not that I recall.
It was a pretty place. It was really cool seeing all the geysers, all the boiling water. It was really tempting not to stick my toes in it.
Yeah, it was kind of, it made me feel uneasy that the whole earth is off-gassing underneath us and it could explode at any moment.
They're friggin' huge. She says yes to the ice cream.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoy all the BioLite videos. This feedback is so helpful. Thank you, everyone.
Yeah, it is.
And Brian said he likes the, where'd he go? Just watched a 10-minute video on how to fold and refold the Oru. Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Isn't that amazing? I think they would be a really good fit for us and us for them.
Yeah.
Because their kayaks in this lifestyle makes total sense.
More Barron only videos.
Okay.
What kind of videos? Yes, these are the best. I understand what you're saying now. What kind of videos? Like, what would you like me to do by myself? More shirtless Barron videos. Oh, thanks, Dan. Yeah, dude. Dan's one of my best buddies.
Danger Man?
Yeah. Danger Man.
Oh, we were just talking about Danger Man the other day.
What were you saying?
Slurp?
Oh, no. He loves slurp. Oh, Dan, I miss you, dude. You got to come out and kick it with us sometime.
Where's your Scamp? Out in the driveway of this. Well, out in the driveway of this.
That's a great idea, Terry.
Yeah.
How should we'll probably wrap this up soon, so how should we do that?
Yeah, let's answer 3 more solid questions.
My routine and me doing Barron things. Okay, I could do that.
Trimming beard.
A beard trimming tutorial. I'm not like expert at it.
You got a good one.
It's alright. Has your Scamp ever been robbed? No.
Electronics and how they work for us simple people.
Yeah. Well, I worry about putting that kind of stuff on your channel because it's not like following the same motif.
I don't know if you make the video.
Yeah.
People liked your gear backpack.
Yeah. Bullet journal video.
Bullet journal video, yes, I would love to. Earring making, yes. I think I'm going to be doing that for...
One more camp viewing. Maybe we can do a few more questions and then call it.
Yeah. Let's do 3 more questions. Who's got the best question ever? Oh, that Mr. It's like, what the heck? Why do you keep doing this?
This is stupid.
Organization.
Zen earring
videos.
making video would be a cool.
Thanks, Miss Mary Lou.
Camp's allergies are great. He's been solid.
What makes you the happiest about being in nature?
I've always felt at home in the forest or like in the creek, or I don't know. Cities make me uneasy compared to how the forest makes me feel.
Look how
Stoicism
sweet.
is a great topic. Yeah, we should. That's a great one, Patrick. And also Brian talking about clothing and stuff is, yeah, great points.
Thank you, Thad Williams. $5.
Doggy ice cream.
So
Normally
Camp can
that's
get doggy
free.
ice cream. You can hang out.
Do you think filming takes away from the moment?
Sometimes,
Yeah.
like through Yellowstone, Barron's like, camera, because Barron's our tour guide with Daniel and Devaney in the back.
Yeah.
So he can't really get the camera out. But it is, in situations like that, I'd like to, I try to see a little with my eyes as well as the camera, but it's also what I enjoy doing. So the compromise or the sacrifice is worth it.
For sure.
Camp looks tired. You should hit the hay. I think so too. Tune in next time to see if we ended up going to get ice cream.
And if you guys want to continue the conversation, send me an email or shoot me a message on Instagram. I always love geeking out with all of you.
Stay tuned to hear also, actually, for real, stay tuned about the Glacier Meetup. Check out our podcast, Normal to Nomad.
And rate it if you don't mind and you dig it, because then other people will be able to find it easier.
Yeah, let us know what you think. And Miss Mary Lou, thank you as always for being the best moderator. Thank you to all of you who have been in here. Aaron Elliott.
Oh, hey, dude.
Thank you to all of you who have been in here from the start to the end. You all are awesome.
And thank you all for donating. This is outrageous.
Yeah. Thank you. You have all paid for this Airbnb tonight. So I really appreciate it. This is just the wildest, most amazing thing. And we're so happy to be doing this and to have such a cool community of people here to help us. So
the book is coming along decently, but I could use, like, if you want to read it in its current form, then send me a message and
that'd be helpful.
Oh yeah, I'd like to share it with you and kind of like talk about it and figure out what else to say.
Good night, Mom and Dad. And Rachel, if you're still here, my family. Okay, we better go.
Love you guys.
Bye, guys.
Bye.